You can do more with your scanner than just grabbing photos. Tips for creative scanning in this hour of Call for Help.
Hi, Call for Help. Hey, Call for Help is on. And yes, pinch me, I'm real. Back again. We're going to have a great day today, kind of wind up the week with a lot of fun. I want to thank Roger and Kat for filling in for me during the past week. Did you guys have a good time?
Yeah,
Huh?
Kevin Rose helped.
Kevin came in too. Thank you, Kevin Rose,
Yeah,
wherever
thanks, Kevin.
you are. The Dark Tipper. You didn't spend the night in jail, I hope. Most people who have scanners use them for the obvious thing. You take a letter, scan it, you put it in your computer, take a picture, scan it, put it in your computer. But you know, you can also use them to do things maybe you never even thought of. We brought in an expert, Mikkel Aaland, the author of Shooting Digital, is here to show us some cool scanner tricks, how to make stuff like this on your scanner. Wouldn't that be kind of fun to have?
Yeah.
Mikkel's, oh, he's got a new camera too. Maybe we can get him to show us
look
that.
at
The
that.
latest from Nikon. He said it's the hot sub $1,000 camera. Plus, Kat's going to show you places online where you can store and share files for free. Oh, that's handy for backups. And since it's Friday, we thought we'd have a little fun. We're going to do something new, a free file that lets you play the old classic LucasArts adventure games on your Windows PC or your Mac. And this is an old Internet Tonight tradition. Stupid net tricks. Fawn Lou is... That's stupid.
You're getting down, Leo.
I'll give you stupid. Fawn Lou's going to show you some stupid net tricks. We've got 3 in all. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Remember that from Internet
Go,
Tonight?
Leo.
That was
Go,
always my
Leo.
favorite part. So we thought we'd bring it back for a Friday. End of the week
yeah.
fun. You look lovely today.
Thanks.
Did you have a good week?
Yeah, I did.
Got your hair cut a little bit, or is it just
No, it's just here.
Oh, you got it tied up.
Yeah.
That's very cute.
Where have you been?
Oh, I was traveling all around. In the last 2 weeks, I've been in Tahoe to ski with my family,
All
New
right.
York City for Regis and Kelly, LA to give a speech. I just went to Raleigh-Durham in North Carolina to do some work for a company. I've just been all over the place.
Yeah, people on the message boards thought you were gone forever.
No.
Yeah, no way.
Never leaving.
Yeah, and then they
No
were
siree.
saying, Leo takes every Friday off. What's the deal here?
No,
What's
from
going
now,
on?
no, this was the last thing. I had to use up some vacation time before my new contract began, and that's the last of it now for quite some time.
All
I'm going
right,
to be here.
good.
I'm here to stay.
Yeah, we miss you
I'm
when
sick
you're
of
gone.
airplanes. Oh.
Yeah, it gets boring. Do you have any gadgets that you take with you on the
Oh, I
airplane?
take my iPod, which is
Okay.
great, and I have special earphones that go right deep into your ear, almost to your brain.
Right.
And that way you don't hear anything, right?
Yeah, are those
Except
those
the music.
$500 ones, the
300.
clear ones?
The Etymotics, they're great.
Yeah,
But the
Etymotics.
sound is, and you can't hear anything. And then I bring blinders.
Okay.
And
So you can't see anything.
before the plane takes off, I put on the blinders, put on the headphones,
Right.
and go like this.
And hope no geeks
And hope
recognize
nobody,
you.
yeah, you know, the funny thing is, on the way home last night,
Yeah.
I'm sitting there, and that guy says,
Sleeping.
"You look like Leo Laporte."
Oh, no.
The guy next to me, actually, he was a great guy. We had a great
Okay,
talk.
all right.
But usually what I do is I seal myself in to a little cocoon so you can't see me.
Cocoon.
Cocoon.
Cocooning.
Now also, because I like to sleep on planes.
Right.
Can you sleep on a plane?
Oh, totally. The second I'm up in the air, I'm out.
You know what the secret is?
What?
Tylenol PM.
Oh, yeah, but then you wake up and you're still half asleep.
No, man, Tylenol PM. I wish I could buy stock in that thing. That stuff is a miracle drug. I've tried melatonin and all that. No.
Yeah, Tylenol PM. Well, all right, that's the secret.
George just said something that is absolutely true, George. Yes, I did have a gin and tonic as well.
well.
You're right. That also is part of the deal. So,
Yeah.
Kat, enough of this.
Okay.
Enough of my airplane party stories.
All right.
Let's get our first
Sounds
call
like
on
a
the line
party,
here.
sort of. On the Tech
Yeah.
TV Netcam Network, it's Dave from Abingdon, Maryland, and he's got a question about the WeatherBug. I like it, but
I've been to Abingdon, Maryland. Hey, Dave, how are you?
Good.
We did an appearance there at the Maryland State Fair, I think.
I tried to get in there. It was too crazy.
Too crazy, too crowded, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm sorry we missed you, but I'm glad I could get you on the show today.
Cool.
So what's your problem?
I got a touch of the WeatherBug.
WeatherBug is actually kind of a neat little program.
It is neat,
Yeah.
but it's got some stuff with it that I'm not too crazy about.
So what are you getting that you don't like?
Pop-ups, Comet Cursor, Uzula.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I have to look at WeatherBug. The only things that I know WeatherBug comes with, Whoa, something weird happened there. Let's go back here. The only thing I know that WeatherBug comes with is a little search tool. I think the Comet Cursor may have come from somewhere else.
Okay.
Now, I want to point this out to you. WeatherBug, by the way, is unless you pay for it, is ad supported, okay? Which means that unless you pay for the premium version, you're going to get an ad banner right there in the weather thing, and that's why it's free. So many people define that as spyware, because in order for the ad to work, it has to have a program, an ad server that runs in the background that monitors your clicking the ad, changes the ads from time to time. That was originally what spyware was. Now, WeatherBug goes to great pains to tell you they're not spyware. In fact, they have a whole page that says not spyware, and they tell you all about this. They say they don't share personal information about your computer's configurations, your surfing or shopping habits. They don't tell their servers what websites you visited or your computer's host name, anything like that. So yes, they have to have ad software on there if you have the non-paid version. But I would suggest anytime you download a free program that has ad software on it, you read the privacy policy, find out what they do collect. And they're very clear about what they collect. This is a very explicit privacy policy. Now, there may have been other stuff that you got either with it or somewhere else that you're associating with it. Comet Cursor.
Is there any way I can tell?
Well, do you run AdAware or Spybot?
Yes.
Okay. Neither of them will neither of them consider WeatherBug spyware. They will help you remove the ad server, but it might break WeatherBug, and they even warn you that in those things. I would say, if you don't like WeatherBug or the search tool it comes with, you can go to the ad remove programs and just uninstall them, and that will get rid of them in their entirety. Okay. Same thing with Comet Cursor. You just run the uninstaller; it will get rid of it. Spyware to me is something that doesn't let you uninstall it. But if you run the uninstallers, you get rid of the programs, and then you run update AdAware and run that, or update Spybot and run that. That will get rid of the ad servers in the background. You should be done with it. You shouldn't see it again.
Will it keep it from coming back?
It should, yeah. WeatherBug will not come back. I can tell you that right now.
The other little cursor programs and stuff.
Those will come back if you go to another site that has it and you allow it to be downloaded. Yeah.
Oh.
And if
I was just worried that it opened it up so they can come in and put these programs to...
No, it didn't. I don't think it did. What happens with Comet Cursor is you go to a site that runs it. Comet Cursor changes your cursor on a website. A lot of websites use it because it's cool. They can have custom cursors on the website, right? When you first go to a site, it gives you a box that says, download Comet Cursor. Is it okay to get software from Comet Cursor Corporation? If you check always except from this company and say yes, it'll never warn you again. And every time you go to a site that uses Comet Cursor, it will install it.
Okay.
So if you've done that, yes, it will continue to reinstall itself. So you always should be careful when you get that box, certainly not to check always trust software from this company. And I would say check no unless you really know what it's installing. It can install some nasty stuff that way. Once you've given it permission, yeah, I think you can remove it. This is, by the way, WeatherBug I'm running here. And this is, anytime you see software with an ad in it, it's going to have an ad server. That's just the deal. These ads have to be supported by background software. But if you uninstall the program, it should uninstall the software, and if it doesn't, then AdAware should get rid of it. Okay. You can revoke permission using Internet Explorer's Internet Options. Which I can't get to in this system because my administrator has prevented me from getting there.
Is that tricky or is that easy?
Roger. But you get the idea. You go to the options in the security tab. You can revoke those permissions.
Okay.
Okay?
Great.
Hey, thank you, Dave. Yeah, don't worry about it. WeatherBug, the worst thing about WeatherBug is if you agree to their emails, you'll be getting their emails for the rest of your life.
Can't you just say you're under 30?
No, it looks cool.
Yeah.
I just didn't want the other stuff.
Yeah, I like it. We have, go to our free files. We have some good free file choices that are not WeatherBug that are just as good that don't have the adware.
Great.
Okay?
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Dave. I appreciate it. What was you had one, Kat? Do you remember the name of it that was a weather program that
I'm looking it up right now, but I'm actually reading our website, and Megan Maroney did a download of the day of WeatherBug. And she's
we've done WeatherBug in the past.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is, but I'll look it up.
But I think there's a
free
file that you did recently that maybe Roger did it, but I think you did it. Anyway, we'll find that, and we'll put a link on the front page. How about that?
Hey.
Coming up next, we're going to take a call for help from a viewer who wants to know if it's okay to run more than one browser on the same PC. Can you do it? We'll find out. Stay right here.
Call for Help is presented by Hotwire.com. Fly, sleep, drive cheap. Our nation's capital. Congressmen, senators, and the screensavers. As Leo, Pat, Kevin, and Sarah hit the streets of D.C.
This is amazing.
This is fun.
Plus, go shopping for high-tech gadgets with FCC Chairman Michael Powell.
I like them all, but I'm kind of an LCD fan.
I'm getting buying advice from the chairman of the FCC. I love that.
The Screensavers goes to Washington Week.
Whoa.
All this week at 7, 6 Central, only on Tech TV.
All right, let's take another live call. Welcome back to Call for Help. Kat, who's next?
We've got a caller who wants to use IE and Mozilla at the same time. It's Terry from Arizona City, Arizona.
Hello, Terry. How are you?
Oh, fine, Leo. How are you, Kat?
Welcome to the show. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm just wondering if you can use Internet Explorer or Mozilla at the same time.
You sure can. In fact, it's probably a good idea because there are occasionally sites, you know, unfortunately, designers don't test with Mozilla always. They always test with Explorer. So there are sites occasionally that just don't work very well with Mozilla. Now, only one site at a time can be, one browser at a time can be your default browser. You understand that, right?
Yeah, I understand that.
All that means the default browser is if you have a link on your desktop and you double click it, or there's a link in your email and you click it, that's the browser that launches. And Windows just keeps track of that. And it could be either one, by the way. But in fact, you can't get rid of Internet Explorer. There's no way to uninstall it. So we use Mozilla all the time, but Internet Explorer always coexists. I think Mozilla is a somewhat better browser, but it's always a good idea, and you don't have much choice to have Internet Explorer as well. And there you go. I'm looking at the same page, in fact, at the same time with both browsers. I do recommend people download Mozilla. I think it's you know, for the tabbed browsing, the fact that it's open source, it's free. I think it's a great product. It's got a built-in pop-up blocker that works very, very well. So I do most of my Windows browsing on Mozilla. But you can have both.
Oh, good.
All right?
All right, thanks a lot,
Hey,
Leo.
I thank you very much for calling.
Thank you.
Is it springy there? Are you getting spring?
Oh, it's getting warm here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's, the whole country's starting. I mean, except for Chicago and the Northeast, where all of a sudden you're getting 10 inches of snow. I was in Phoenix last weekend for spring training. Is Arizona City near Phoenix?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was hot. It was beautiful.
Oh, yeah. It's like 92 degrees today.
Oh, man. That's not spring. That's summer.
Sounds nice.
Actually, not in Phoenix. Not yeah, exactly. That's balmy. Hey, thank you for the call. I appreciate it,
Hey,
Terry.
Leo.
Hey, thank you.
Take care. Yeah, Kat.
How soon before you think IE comes out with tab browsing?
I don't think IE will come out with tab browsing.
Really? Why not?
I don't know. I just think Microsoft is not really jumping on a lot of these technologies. They're just kind of. I don't see a lot of new. When's the last time? Remember, there were new versions of IE out every few months.
Right.
For a while. Mm-hmm. There hasn't been a new version in a couple of years.
Interesting.
Hey, you know, it's Friday, and so we like to do something fun on Friday. So I thought I'd show up. That's one thing.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. And the other thing, Fawn Lou has picked out 3 of her favorite internet diversions. Great for wasting time at the office. Our stupid net tricks.
Yes, and I get to play with Fawn here.
Number 1, Fawn, what do you got?
This is the first one. This is called Penguin Baseball. Mm-hmm. And what you're trying to do is there's a Yeti trying to swing his baseball bat at a penguin that's sliding down the hill.
Yeah, it's so mean.
I'm not very good at this, as you can see.
I want to see what happens when you get him. Go. Boom. Oh, yeah. And you see how far you can go. Absolutely.
There's another version of this on our website. Make sure you go there to check it out. It's a bloodier version.
Oh,
we didn't want to show it on the air.
There is a bloodier version?
Mm-hmm. And Dan's playing it back there.
Oh. How is it, Dan?
724.
Oh, 724 is Dan's record. Do you think you can beat it?
Mine's only 300 on this one.
Yeah.
I don't get as
You just
much
have to-
bounce on this one.
You know what's funny? People are sending me their records. There must be something built in that you can email your record because
Oh, yeah.
I get email from people saying, my penguin record is...
Leo, check out how cool I am.
I've never played this.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was doing this with my son, although we were using a baseball, not a penguin this morning.
All right, well, Fawn's got 2 more for us.
Okay, that's coming up later in the show. That's great. Something to look forward to.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, our stupid... and I'll say it. That was stupid. Stupid net tricks,
Well,
but fun.
there you go.
But fun. Hey, coming up in just a bit, Gary is looking for the ultimate email service. I think you're going to like this. I've been wanting to talk about this company for a long time. The single best email provider I know of, and still ahead on Call for Help. We're going to show you how to use your scanner to have some fun and get creative. Plus, more Friday fun, more stupid net tricks. It's all ahead. Stay right here.
G4 Tech TV, coming May 28th. Stay connected.
Welcome back to Call Pal. All right, let's jump into a live call. Who's on the line, Kat?
It really is Friday here, isn't it? Yeehaw!
I think that was the bloody version that's on the website. That's the home version. Right.
It's Gary from McKinney, Texas.
Hey, Gary, how are you?
Gary.
Gary, how you doing?
All right.
Welcome to the show. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm want to know what your recommendations are for a good web-based email account that is good at controlling spam.
Yes. Now, Yahoo Mail's pretty good. Are you using Yahoo Mail now?
I'm using Yahoo, but I went through all the filters and stuff.
Right.
And it put everything in the trash folder.
Right.
But I finally filled that up, and now it's putting it into my regular stuff. So.
Oh, that's no good. The best service I know about is called Fastmail. And you can do this either as web-based or as PopMail. They have a free version. I recommend, though, if you want the best virus protection, to spend a little money. It's just $40 a year for the enhanced version. And I'll tell you why. What you get from the enhanced version is just spectacular. You get a virus checker on it, which is the Kaspersky virus antivirus, which is really one of the best, if not the best out there. It also has a very good spam filter, as Spam Assassin, which is the best spam filter I know of, and very configurable. And what's nice about it is you can use it as you are with your Yahoo Mail, as web access, but you can also use it with Outlook or another POP client. You can even use it as an IMAP client. It is basically a full service. It's as full service as your internet service provider, but you get a lot more. You get this virus checker and the spam filter. Not all ISPs do it, and I think it's really very good. You also, by the way, get 5 email addresses for the $40. So now I know it's not free. They do have a free service with some protection, some spam protection, but it's just not as full featured.
Right.
It's like Yahoo. You pay a little bit, you get a little bit more. But I tell you, this is an amazing. It's fastmail.fm, by the way, not .com. Okay. And really quite remarkable. I mean, this is an example of a service, a web-based service where they said, we're going to put all of our resources and money and efforts into making this as good as it can be. And I think they do a very, very good job. Plus, because it's web-based, it has all the flexibility of Yahoo Mail. So yeah. I would say I would give that one. Did you do the paid Yahoo or the free Yahoo?
I just did the free Yahoo.
Yeah. You know, you get what you pay for, Gary.
Right.
My experience with Yahoo spam filter has been pretty good. You might try emptying the trash and see if it starts putting it back in there. But you know, when you don't pay for it, you only get a few megabytes of storage and so forth and so on. Same thing here. You'll get 150 megabytes if you pay the $40. You get a lot of bandwidth, and I really have to say, the best virus protection and the best spam protection I know of out there. So I think that makes it worth it. Okay?
All right.
Give it a try.
Okay.
Let me know what you think, too, okay?
All right, thanks a lot.
I appreciate it. Fastmail.fm. I've actually wanted to talk about them for some time. I'm really impressed by what they're doing. Hey, it's Stupid Net Trick number 2.
You know, before we continue, I want to just mention that pretty soon I'm going to be doing a segment on actually paying for Yahoo and what you get.
What more you get.
Yeah.
Good, I'd like to actually see that. Because I use the free Yahoo, and I've been impressed by the spam.
Yeah.
I thought it does a pretty good job.
Right.
They certainly upgraded them.
But I'll show you what you get when you pay the $10.
All right, let's get stupid.
So now, our next net trick involves you dancing. We saw a little bit at the beginning of the show.
Where did that come from?
It's called Move Your Assets.
Oh, shake your booty.
Yeah.
So this one here, you can just find a picture of Leo. We found a picture of Leo.
Oh, you start with a picture.
Saved on our desktop.
Okay.
So you can just go
He's generating
and
it right
the picture.
now. Oh, okay.
Picture's already uploaded. And then you just have to move this to fit Leo's face.
So
I'm going to stretch it out a bit.
It doesn't want to stretch for some reason, but you stretch there. Oh.
It's just moving.
You stretch it out to move your face.
But you stretch it out to fit completely over Leo's face.
Okay.
And you click I've done.
Well, now it's going to be the dancing Leo nose.
Now we have the dancing Leo.
Oh, I like that. Now, can you change my hair?
We could change. Well, I couldn't show it because it's. Oh.
Yeah, let's just do that. Change his hair on that. That's kind of funny.
It's dancing Leo's nose.
That's
I like that. That's good.
You like that?
Oh my goodness. Can you change my body? What other bodies
I
can I
could
have?
give you a female body. Do you want that?
Do you want a female
It's
body?
loading the female body right now. Is this in Flash? Now, what can you do? Do you have to send people to the website, or can you
Go
actually...
back over to the dancing one. Yeah, you can send people to the website, or you can send Leo dancing to your friends, and then they can create their own. They get
Make
this
a
is
different-
actually the email that
Make
we
me do a
got.
different dance. Can
so
I do a
sent
different...
this to George. I did one of George's face, and I sent
That's
it
how
to
George-
him. And he was embarrassed.
That's actually how George dances. Many people would recognize
And
that.
you can
actually.
put different music to it.
Yeah.
You can have Leo do this.
Yeah.
That's how I dance.
Dance.
It's hours of entertainment. We're going to have a couple more later in the show. Thanks, Leo.
Our stupid net trick. One more for later. Stay tuned. Coming up, the services aren't as easy to find as they used to be, but you can still get free space. Just free space to store your files online. Kat has a couple to point you to. But while we take a break, I want you to test your tech knowledge. It's daily quiz time. Head to our website. Click on the quiz link. If you give us the right answer, we can give you a Tech TV t-shirt. Our question of the day: who co-produced Lucasfilm's first 2 video games? Was it Amiga, Nintendo, Atari, or Javasoft? Get to the website, give us the answer, we'll talk about it. Our Call for Help continues. Stay here.
On May 28th, Tech TV and G4 are coming together, and you can get in on the action with G4 Tech TV's Digital Dig Sweepstakes. You could be the winner of a $100,000 tech makeover for your home. From bedroom to living room, the G4 Tech TV experts will tech out your home. It's G4 Tech TV's Digital Dig Sweepstakes starting June 14th. For more info, log on to g4techtv.com/digitaldigs.
We want to hear what you think about the show, so you go to our webpage, techtv.com/call-for-help, and join us on the message boards. You do have to join Tech TV. It's free, and your privacy is protected. Once you have joined, you could post on the message boards. Of course, anybody can read. Just click on this link at the bottom of the page, Call for Help message boards, and you'll see sections about what's on today's show. We'll ask for your feedback. You can ask for Windows tips and help, post Windows tips and help, share Mac tips, talk about Photoshop, multimedia, practical products, and even suggestions for products and freeware you want us to review. It's all there on the website at the message boards, techtv.com/call-for-help. Now it's time for Kat and her clicks.
I'm over here today. Not being able to access your files from any PC at any time can be really frustrating. Like, say you're at a birthday party and somebody forgot the 50-cent CD. There's no Up in the Club. No way! Now you can be the DJ's hero with these cheap online storage options. Actually, some of them are free. The first one is briefcase.yahoo.com. This is my favorite one. It's really easy to use, and when you sign up, it's a free account. You get 30 megabytes of space for free. And you can access it from anywhere as long as you have your username and password. So what you do is you go to briefcase.yahoo.com, and you can sign up for an account, or if you already have a Yahoo account, you've already got a briefcase. You didn't even know it. How cool is that? Go ahead and log in, and then you will be asked to upload files into different folders. Now, here are my different folders. As you can see, I've got some music here, some pictures, some Paris Hilton, and it's all stored right here. It's really easy. It's really easy to do. And if you want to add files, you simply just hit the add button, and you can go ahead. It asks you where you want to add the file, and then all you have to do is then choose which files you want uploaded and upload them. Now, you can only upload 15 megabytes at a time, so be aware of that, because sometimes it gets a little frustrating, like, yo, why isn't this file loading? But eventually, you know, if you just break it up, it will. And it's really cool, too, because what you can do is you can make files public here. So say you want to share a picture with your friends, or you want to share a song with your friends, you can upload it to your briefcase and then give your friends permissions to view it. Pretty cool. The next one is Znail. And this one gives you, when you sign up, you automatically get 5 megabytes for free, which is, you know, doesn't sound that great. But if you donate $1, it goes up to 20. So that's not bad. And the cool thing about this website is you get to gain points. And the more points you gain, the more storage you get. And the way to gain points is by simply logging onto the site. Now, when you log onto the site and you want to access your files, just go to Znail, enter in your username and password, and it's going to pop up your window. Now, I think this is kind of a cool looking interface. You can upload your files to different areas, and all you have to do to upload a file is simply click right here on this admin upload button. It's going to ask you which file you want uploaded. Just drag, browse for the file, select it, and then it will simply place it into your folder. To select a file, you just go, click right here, and then it'll ask you which file you want. Go ahead and download it, and it's cheap. And it's an easy way to access your files from anywhere. And hey, what's better than up in the club at every single birthday party you ever go to? Nothing. You'll find all the details on our website, techtv.com/call-for-help. Send me an email right this second. What do you think about these online storage options? Leo?
Up in the club with 50 cents.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go shorty.
Yes,
it's your birthday. Go
Really?
on.
Is that the song?
Yeah.
Is that where that comes from?
Yeah, you have to play it at every birthday party
Yeah,
now.
it's
if
your
you don't,
birthday.
it's just
Go
no
sh-
good. Yeah, I sing it better than
One thing to keep in mind, I mean,
Yes.
those guys are up right now. Don't put your only copy of files up there because what if
Right.
they disappear?
Right.
Then you will not have another copy.
Right, right.
So, you know, I mean, presumably they're going to be around, but one never could assume.
That's true.
Thank you, Kat Schwartz. If you're a fan of the old LucasArts adventure games and you still have all your old game CDs, well, you're going to love today's free file, ScumVium.
SCUM, believe it or not, it's an acronym.
What does it stand for?
Script Creation Utility for Maniac Mansion. It was one of the first games they created using that whole point-and-click interface.
So did this come from LucasArts? This was their own internal tool?
Yes, and what ScumVM does is it creates a virtual engine that allows you to play the games without having to run it through DOS.
So you don't have to run their engine. You can run the data through this Windows version.
Yes, and the beauty is it's not just Windows only. I believe there's a Unix/Linux as well as Mac OS.
But that's why you need the CDs, because you need the data from the CDs.
And, you know, people wonder, well, if I have this on my PC, why do I need to run this? Because most of those games are DOS-based, which
don't
means...
run anymore.
Yeah, they don't run, or they don't run very well, even in the DOS compatibility mode. All you need to do is simply select a new game that you want to add to the list, and select where it's at. Let me go to the...
So you're going to load your CD,
load the file, and this, you know, it could be a CD, it could be a folder on your
just
desktop.
Between you and me, are there people uploading these data files? I mean, I know that would be kind of a violation of Lucas's copyright.
Believe it or not, they actually still sell the games.
Oh, you can still buy them?
They
probably
sell,
cheap.
Yeah, I believe like the Monkey Island's like $9.
Okay.
It's very inexpensive.
Cool. But it runs better now because
it runs better, and then
let's see one. I want to see.
Okay, so let's cancel all of this. Let me select one game, and I'm gonna start this right here.
Does it? Can it go full screen or is it?
Yes, this can go full screen, but whoops.
Does anybody offer free versions of the games?
I do not. No, actually, on the site they offer 2 games that were not designed by LucasArts.
But they run on the engine.
But they run on the engine, and they were commercial games like 10 years ago, but they are now freeware.
Oh, that's cool.
And the beauty is this game, The Dig, believe it or not, I was just informed by our PA, was the basis for the movie Deep Impact.
Oh.
And it was actually written by Steven Spielberg.
You're kidding.
So let me just load the one of the portions of the game that kind of...
So we're going to skip ahead.
So we're going to skip ahead. So let me go back here. I'm going to take another piece on the bottom. Take this and let's see.
You've been here before.
I watched the PA run through it. So now it's going to run through another...
Who's the PA?
Okay, his name is Ian.
Its name is Ian?
His name is Ian. I'll give Ian credit.
Is he being hazed? Is that why we don't call him by name?
Well, actually, he found this because he's a big... he used to work for LucasArts.
Okay, new guy we're going to call him.
New guy. And the great thing is that, you know, I can play this game in its entirety, and it runs exactly the same. I don't have any of the driver issues, the sound, the graphics, everything works flawlessly.
So some guys, just wizard programmers, just did this out of the goodness of their hearts.
Yeah.
Well, that's really neat.
So, and if you have some of the older versions, for example, Zach McCracken on the floppy will work off those as well.
What's your favorite old LucasArts game?
I would have to say Full Throttle.
Full Throttle?
It's the whole
That was fun.
Yeah, that was a whole biker kind of, you know...
You could punch people.
Punch people. You were on a motorcycle.
I like Full Throttle,
it was
Ian,
a nice
what's your favorite old LucasArts game?
Sam and Max Hit the Road.
New guy says Sam and Max Hit the Road. Yeah, I like Sam and Max. Yeah, that's a lot.
Very adult humor, though. So
yeah, well, that's not for the kids.
Yeah.
Thank you, Roger.
Sure.
ScumVM allows you to play LucasArts games on Windows now. Coming up next, your flatbed scanner is a great tool for documents, of course, and photos. But you know what? You can also use it to create some beautiful, real art. Digital photographer Mikkel Aaland is here. Show us how with the dead fish. When Call for Help continues, stay right here.
G4 TV for gamers and Tech TV are connecting to form the only network taking digital entertainment to the next level.
Sound fun?
I love video games.
Plugged in to every aspect of games, gear, gadgets, and gigabytes.
That was unexpected, right?
Okay. You're watching G4 Tech TV.
G4 Tech TV. Stay connected. Coming May 28th. For more information, go to g4techtv.com.
flatbed scanner, an important tool these days for, of course, photographers, digital artists, lawyers, anybody using documents. But it isn't often used by itself to create art. Usually it's used to scan existing art in. Well, today, that's going to change. Digital photographer and author of Photoshop Elements Tool Solutions and the new Shooting Digital, Mikkel Aaland is here.
Nice to be here,
so we got Photoshop Elements 2. Do we have a picture of Shooting Digital? Because that's your newest one.
Yeah, no.
I love that, but we don't have that book.
It's up on the website.
Oh, I got to bring my copy in so we can get a shot of that.
It's a great forward in that book.
Somebody who wrote the forward just really know. I love that book because it really talks about using a camera in great, interesting ways.
Thank you.
And really, that's all a scanner is. It's a camera.
It can be. You have to shift your mind a little bit from, like you were saying, documents and two-dimensional objects, and to say, I can put other things on there too. There's a practical side. You can actually do things like jewelry or coins, things you want to document for insurance purposes, or even for eBay for that matter.
Sure. Well, you couldn't get a better picture of a necklace with a camera. That looks great.
It's so simple. The scanner makes it so easy. When you do this with a camera, you have to set up copy stands, use macro lenses. I shoot this kind of stuff, and I always get my own shadow in the picture.
Absolutely, yeah.
But with the scanner, it's all done for you. So you just place the object on the scanner. Placement is fairly important. You may need to remove the top of the scanner, which I've done here. In which case, if you do that,
you'll need a background, won't you?
You need a background, and I use a black background.
See, that's why it looks so good. If you use a white background, you wouldn't have looked nearly as good.
No, and you can actually use different color backgrounds, but it's not so important because in Photoshop Elements or some imaging software, you can change the background color itself. So anyway,
does it work better with a 2D object, kind of something somewhat flat?
I've done coins, I've done fish.
Now, there's a precedent for this. In the early days of photography, Man Ray did something similar, yes?
The great artist, photographer Man Ray in the 20s, it was in a darkroom, a traditional darkroom, and he probably accidentally at some point slapped something, maybe it was for that matter, it could have been a coin or a feather or a leaf or a flower, onto a piece of photographic paper, developed it, and got this beautiful ghostly image that became known as a rayogram. No, rayogram. And now we've coined a new phrase.
This is going to be a scanogram.
These are scanograms in honor of the great artist Man Ray.
Okay.
And they're quite popular. A lot of people do this and make art.
Can you
not
do
only practical purposes.
Well, so this is practical for like an eBay shop.
Very practical.
Let's
or just
do
for
something.
insurance. This is my wife's pearl necklace.
Or for insurance, you're right.
Document the object. Right. So
any scanner could do this. This isn't a special kind of scanner.
Any flatbed. You don't use a sheet fed.
No, flatten it.
Anyway, so I take a second to get the object in the right position because, frankly, the object placement does make a big difference in the overall. Just a little composition. I use in this case, if it's a light object, I use a black piece of paper. I put it over there like that, and then command the. Let's just do a quick preview. And
are there any settings you might want to try with the scanner? It's set for color photo. Is that kind of what you would want to do?
Leo, that's a great question. I find over and over and over again the auto settings really work pretty well.
It chooses the best.
But most scanners will also give you options. So you can go in and tweak it a little bit. You can tweak the exposure. I always say scan at the maximum resolution because you want to get as much as you can.
Much detail.
So once you've done that, you scan it. And it takes a few seconds. But again, if this was something that you were going to be doing with a digital camera, you have all the setup and the teardown and blah, blah, blah.
Is there any drawback? Is it more contrasty? Is it more flattened? Is there any?
Well, the nature of a scanner is you don't have much depth of field.
That's right.
So you will
What is depth of field? Define that.
Well, depth of field, a lens itself will give you a focus area, depending on the aperture, of anywhere from a very tight focus area, maybe half an inch or an inch, to several feet.
So there's a shallow depth of field or a very deep depth of field.
And the scanner only gives you the shallow.
Okay.
In other words,
everything's out of focus except stuff that's in this kind of plane.
Pretty much. Yeah, you can go a little bit beyond.
So that's why a flatter object works better than a.
Yeah, but you'll be surprised what you could
let's
throw
see some
on
more.
there.
That's great.
Anyway,
I love that.
Then once you've done with that, you can throw that into Photoshop Elements, remove the background, add another background. Hand me that fish. Let's get.
I'm wondering what this fish is for.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not going to give you the fish. I'm going to give you the thing the fish is. Whoa!
Yeah, don't worry.
I dropped my lemon.
That's okay. Now we're on the food channel now, right?
Okay, here's a lemon. That's a real fish.
Now the reason I'm putting this on glass is because I don't want to ruin your scanner top.
Yeah.
And in fact, this is a good time to point out when I do other things like wet tea leaves. which makes wonderful, beautiful art, by the way. I'll show you some of those images.
I'd
There's
love
some
to
on
see
the
those.
web. I put them in a little baggie like that to protect
Does the baggie
surface.
become invisible and you just see the leaves?
Actually, a little bit, but it actually has a nice effect, too.
Okay, all right.
So I'm just going to
I
put
gather
the
the
fish.
kind of thing you just play with it and to see what happens.
You can have a great time. Put anything you want on there. People put their own body parts on there,
I
too.
know that. That's very popular at the Tech TV offices, yes.
Now, I'm kind of doing
Now,
this...
you didn't cover it. You're just going to leave it there
I'm
like
going
that.
to try this without covering.
See what we get.
Sometimes that works really well. If you go to the website, the sardines I did there, I didn't cover. There we
Here's
go.
where the shallow depth of field helps you because it doesn't see anything beyond a certain point.
And it becomes black.
You can kind of tell, but
well, I think
that's really beautiful.
I think that's the edge of the glass itself is kind of smeared.
That is really
but this
beautiful.
Could be, clearly, this is a piece of art. You know,
That's
you
gorgeous.
can make beautiful things with it.
You couldn't take a picture that beautiful, really.
Leo, I want to show you.
There it is.
I got to show you one little trick here that I just recently learned, is that you can actually make a light box that actually will help in getting edge detail and evenness of lighting.
Okay.
So I use this little film box here, and I place this over the top of this coin, for example, and then when it scans, as you know, the light reflects off the inside of this white box. So it's creating like a softbox effect.
Let's see what that looks like.
Well, it takes a second to set it all up and do it. And I just want to point that out, that people, if they're having trouble getting edge detail, and for other effects, you can use a shoebox, anything with a light inside.
If we go here to our desktop, we have some images, right?
Yeah.
Do you have an image? There is the light. So that was done with a light box, this one?
This was done with, and also just adding a simple drop shadow.
You added a drop
Photoshop.
shadow in Photoshop.
Yeah. Now here's the tea leaves I was talking about over here. If I can get that to come up. You can see the plastic bag.
But that's an amazing effect.
Isn't that beautiful? You wouldn't know where that was done on a scanner.
You could also use these for textures, for backgrounds, for your own artwork as well. I mean, it could be a starting point as well as
the idea here is this lowly little scanner, which sits on most people's desktop and costs hardly anything nowadays, really can be quite a creative tool.
This should be your next book.
Mikkel
Aaland Scanograms. If you want to learn more about scanograms, just head to our website. We've got some great images there, too. techtv.com/call for help. Mikkel, beautiful. I love that. Up next, a tech trivia question is all that stands between some lucky viewer and a board full of fabulous prizes. It's the Wired World Challenge coming up right after the break. Stay right here.
X-Play, coming up next, only on Tech TV.
Oh, I'm sorry. Welcome back. It's time for the Wired World Challenge. Let's get a caller on the line. Kat Schwartz, who do we have?
I'm getting bloody penguin pictures all over. My people are sending them to me.
Snapshots from the bloody version of the game?
Sending them right to me. Thanks, guys. On the line, it's Sean from Shelton, Connecticut. What's up, Sean?
Sean from Shelton. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well. We have some nice prizes. We've got some new ones on the board.
Oh, nice.
So let me tell you how we play the game. I'm going to give you 4 categories, all kind of tech related. You pick a category. Listen to the categories carefully, because they'll kind of give you an idea of what's in that question. I'll ask the question from the category, give you 15 seconds to answer it. If you do so correctly, then the best part, you get to pick a number from 1 to 25 and have a lovely prize behind each and every one on our big board. Are you ready to play?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, here we go. The categories are Leap of Faith, Apples and Oranges, Just the Facts, Ma'am, and Looks Good in a Dress. Get it?
How about A Leap of Faith?
Leap of Faith. What 90s show, Sean, featured a scientist who leapt through time into other people's bodies? He leapt. Leapt. Remember that show?
Quantum Leap?
Oh, he had to think, but you got it. You're absolutely right. Who was the star of Quantum Leap? Was it Scott Bakula? Yeah. All right, pick a number from 1 to 25. What do you want, Sean?
14.
Number 14. And you get, oh, you're going to love this. It's a crucial gizmo, a 256 megabyte USB flash drive, one of our new prizes. These are the best thing, the ultimate geek accessory for backup, for taking PowerPoint presentations with you. Can you use that?
Yeah, I can use that. Thanks.
I think anybody could use that. Thank you to Crucial for that prize. That's really cool looking, too. The Crucial Gizmo. It's all yours. Thanks for playing our game, Sean.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. We got more of those to give away, by the way. The Wild World Challenge happens every day, so head to our website to sign up. You could be tomorrow's contestant. Now, one more chance to take our daily quiz. Head to the website, click on the quiz link. If you give us the right answer, you could get the Tech TV t-shirt. Our question of the day today, Who co-produced Lucasfilm's first 2 video games? Amiga, Nintendo, Atari, or Jabasoft? Get to the website, give us the answer. We'll answer it right after this.
For computer help and how-to, you know where to turn. Hang with Pat, Kevin, and the crew every night on the Screensavers as they dish out expert advice, answer your tough tech questions.
All this makes sense, Jack?
And of course, have one heck of a good time doing it. Join the fun on the Screensavers, weeknights at 7, 6 Central, only on Tech TV.
Before the break, we asked you who produced, or actually co-produced, Lucasfilm's first 2 video games, Amiga, Nintendo, Atari, or Jabasoft. Atari. That's what I would have guessed, Atari. The 2 titles, do you remember them? Ball Blazer and Rescue on Fractalus. They were developed by Lucasfilm Games specifically for Atari and released in March '84. That's how long ago that was. There it is, Ball Blazer for the Atari 7800. That was actually a fun game. And Rescue on Fractalus for the 5200. They were both for the Atari gaming consoles. Yeah. All right, one last stupid net trick, ladies and gentlemen. Kat Schwartz and Fawn Lou.
All right, I haven't gotten a chance to look at this one yet, but Fawn knows all about it. What's
this one's really cool. It starts off as a big mystery. And
yeah, what is it?
Sound in it. It's a big mystery. You're stuck in this red room, and you have to find your way out of there.
Ooh, fun.
It's called the Crimson Room.
So it's just an adventure kind of mystery?
So you just click on different areas?
Everywhere and see, I found a ring.
Is this kid-friendly fun?
It's kid-friendly.
Great. So my kids, this is the kind of thing my daughter would love.
Oh, yeah.
And then
most kids.
There's something in here. I'm not going to show you where everything is, but you basically find everything, and then you piece it together. So you figure out like how to start this.
Is there a big payoff if you finished it?
I don't know how to get out of this, but Dan Mitchell found a way out.
He's
so
smart.
It was cool.
Good. Very cool.
Yeah, I'm sure people on our message boards will tell us exactly how to get out.
This is from Japan, by the way, so the English is a little strange, but understandable. And we have a link on our website.
Yep.
Fawn Lou, that was fun. Can we do that every week?
Sure.
Stupid net tricks are back, baby. Before we check the email, let's take a look at some of the other great stuff coming up on Call for Help during the week next week. We've got some great stuff. Camcorder expert Robin Liss from camcorderinfo.com. She's back and has some big announcements, including a major DV camcorder announcement from Sony. She'll talk about how to choose the right digital video camera. Our lab guys will show us the best digital still cameras on the market for under $200. Wow. And we'll show you how to protect yourself from identity theft. This is a very important one. And I will show Kat how to put some more RAM in her laptop. Cramming RAM. It's all up next week, all week long. We're going to have a great time, and I will be here every single day next week. Yes, I promise you that, unless I drop dead or
something.
I love these images that Mikkel Aaland did. I just can't stop looking at them. It's amazing what you can do with a scanner, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at our email bag and our message boards. Anything good in there?
If you want to check out everybody's Penguin scores, go to our website.
People are posting them. What's the highest one that you've seen so far?
1,000 I saw.
That's hard.
1,200.
I mean, Fawn was good. 150, 200, 300?
Yeah.
Wow.
People playing the Bloody Penguin
Yeah, they're playing the Bloody Penguin.
Oh, you can hit it farther?
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
and I think people hack their screenshots.
I think
too,
you're right.
So.
I don't want to hurt any penguins. Penguins are nice.
Okay, email question. This guy wants to start video editing. He wants to know what's the most important aspect of your system: the hard drive space, processor, memory, video card. What's the most
All of those are important, but the single most important one is the processor speed. The faster the processor, the faster it'll work. Then you do need to have a lot of hard drive space, and a fast hard drive is very important too. But you start with the processor, then the hard drive, then memory. What's surprisingly not so important after that is things like the video card. That really doesn't make any difference, believe it or not. You'd think it would, right?
No,
but no.
actually, I think that it wouldn't.
Nah, that makes no difference at all. You can have a slow video card.
The video coming into it.
That's right, because the video card doesn't have anything to do with it, really.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any freeware programs that allow you to edit MP3s?
There is. There's a good one called Audacity. You have to download an MP3 plugin. They don't come with an MP3 plugin, but there is a free one. If you go to audacity.sourceforge.net, this is a remarkably good program for Mac, Windows, and Linux, and it's absolutely free. It's open source, and they've done a great job. The new version just came out, and I just love it. Audacity.sourceforge.net.
So what kind of edits can you do with it?
It's basically a wave editing program, let me see if I can find some screenshots.
So you can just cut songs in half and combine them together.
Exactly, but you'll need to download the MP3 encoder library to make it work. Let's see if I can find. Here's some screenshots. Just an amazing little program.
Yeah.
Absolutely free.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, isn't that great?
We've probably shown it as a free file,
Have we ever done it as a free file?
Well, I'm going to show it soon.
Yeah, if not, we'll do it again.
I'm always looking. This guy,
one more quickie.
He wants to know the best way to back up his email.
It depends on the program you're using. If you're using Outlook, just back up the outlook.pst file. That's got everything in it. You can just copy it onto a CD-ROM or zip disk or into another part of your hard drive. If you have another program, then there may be more files. Outlook Express, for instance, spreads it all out. But there are programs to do that. If you look in the shareware libraries, you'll find them. Hey, thank you, Kat. Thanks to our guest, Mikkel Aaland. Thanks to Kat, Roger, and Kevin for filling in for me. And thanks to you for joining us. We always appreciate it. I'm going to be back all next week with lots of fun. Tune in, won't you? 3 p.m. Eastern for Call for Help. If you've got a problem with your personal computer, don't whine, don't moan, don't yell. Just knock his block off. I gotta get. Oh.